What is up, my friends on YouTube and fellow Top Shot community? Thank you for joining me. Today is Sunday, November 14th, and I'm here to bring you a little strategy video where we discuss trade tickets. Alright, so today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about trade tickets, especially how they apply to the Series 1 reserve packs that are going to be released. Speculatively, sometime pretty soon, not too sure. But anyway, let's jump in. This is an article, you can find this on the blog, NBA Top Shot blog. This was the first one that kind of talked about it, and it was released in April 30th, 2021, of course. So they're introducing the trade tickets. If you don't know what trade tickets are, they essentially are a way for you to trade in a undesirable moment that you have acquired on Top Shot for a chance to potentially get new moments out of other pack drops. So basically any moment you trade in, regardless of the rarity tier level, will be worth one trade ticket. And they've done already, one release on some locker packs and things like that. But I would want to specifically talk about how they're going to apply to these Series 1 reserve packs. So looking at this article, they kind of just talk about what trade tickets are. And then here we jump into the reserve packs, and this is only going to be available with trade tickets. So these are moments that are left over, as it says, from the early days of the Top Shot beta. They have over 10,000 Series 1 reserve packs available right now. Well, that are going to be available, and 70% of them will be distributed with the new trade ticket queues. So that's 7,000 packs that we're looking at. The rest are going to be reserved for future promotion, and they're going to be rolling these out by the end of November of next year. So essentially 1 year from the time of today's video, 7,000 packs. So just a couple more key talking points here. So it says here, hopeful collectors with enough requisite trade tickets in their account will be able to gather in the waiting room and get a random spot in the queue. For these queues, you'll only be able to acquire packs with trade tickets. You will not be able to use your Dapper balance or any other payment method to get these packs. It's strictly for trade tickets. This is just talking about how they're going to do it over 18 months. Again, this article was from April. And so here's what's going to be in the packs. They're going to contain at least one Series 1 base set moment with an edition size of only 1,000, and 3 additional Series 1 base set moments with edition sizes from 1,240 to 4,039.99. So there will be a total of 4 moments in these packs. Okay, and they're just talking about they're going to set some aside for promotionals and giveaways and things like that. So acquiring other packs, this section talks about I think it's those locker packs. It's talking about their basically packs that they put together from moments that other people have traded in. I personally don't see any reason to grab those or to really waste your time with those, because if someone else already traded in that moment, it's probably going to be not really anything great that you're looking for. So I think you should probably save your tickets. Now, of course, I will say, go ahead and write into this video that these Series 1 reserve packs are probably going to be priced out of, essentially, for lack of a better term, a lot of collectors, because as we're going to talk about here in a couple minutes, you're going to need a significant amount of trade tickets to be eligible for these packs. So of course, if your collection and you're on your Top Shot, if you are not able to get those, then maybe those locker packs are something for you, but I'm not going to focus on those for this video. We're going to talk about the reserve packs. So let's go down here. It just talks about where, kind of how did they, why do they have extra moments? You can, find this article and read that if you like. I'm not going to go too much into it, but essentially it's, they just kind of wasn't managed. It's very early in the days of Top Shot, and it wasn't, perfect system yet, right? So they ended up, basically just having extra moments. So that's why, they have these moments available for these reserve packs. But I want to point out one thing that and it's going to tie in later. And they talk about, for example, Derrick Rose's Series 1 base moment was minted to 1,000, but only 437 got into circulation. That's because of his assist moment. So I just want y'all to remember that. 563 minutes from the jump shot of Derrick Rose in Series 1. And I'll tie that in a little bit later into the video. So let's jump to the next article. This is just explaining trade tickets, and I think there was a couple talking points in here. So one thing to point out, the lowest asset with common moments is likely to change over time. Series 3 will have more common moments than Series 2, so obviously that probably means they're going to be worth less on the marketplace. So it's just talking here about kind of the three-phase system. There was a stress test on the 21st where 3 tickets got you a pack with 3 moments, and then the ability to buy a pack of 3 moments for 4 tickets. So I didn't participate in that. That was right around the time I think that I joined Top Shot. So actually no, that was before my time on Top Shot. So anyway, so now step 2 is going to be able to roll out and find a bulk trading interface, expected to be testing in October. Again, I think that was a little bit before my time, so I didn't get to participate to see how that worked, but I think that's definitely a great thing, because I imagine trading in significant amounts of moments one at a time is going to be very time consuming. So, and then point number 3, which is a big one, launch trade ticket incentives starting with 500 Series 1 reserve packs. So at the time of this article, which was September 16th, they're talking about they're going to release 500. So we'll pretty much hold them to that. Will it be exactly 500? Will it be a little more, a little less? We don't specifically know, but they're saying around 500 reserve packs. And the anticipated price is 300 to 500 trade tickets. So it's a lot of tickets. That's a lot of moments. That's 300 to 500 moments. Remember, 1 moment for 1 ticket. So you're talking 300 to 500 moments. So right away, you can see if your collection does not even have that many moments, you know that you're pretty much, kind of out of reach unless you're going to buy or acquire a lot of moments very quickly. So let's look at the details here. So these are going to be the primary distribution channel for the remaining Series 1 base set moments. Secondly, this feature is going to consist of reduction of overall circulating supply. I'm a little confused on this one, I'm not going to lie, and if you have more information about this, feel free to comment on the video. When you trade in these moments, I've read conflicting things, because I've heard that they go kind of into the locker room, which is kind of a holding place for all the moments, and then that's where the locker packs come in, that you can trade in to get different moments that people have already traded in. But then this is saying it's going to reduce the circulating supply. So I don't know if those moments just are totally gone, and then what happens if somebody trades in or burns a specific serial number. I don't know exactly. Is that just gone forever? So not too sure about that. I read kind of some conflicting statements on it, but anyway. So this is just talking again about the phases. So, and again, the locker packs, which we're not going to focus on. So it says right here, they'll be held in the locker room and released at a later date. So I'm not too sure about that, but anyway. After this functionality is proven, we plan to release 500 Series 1 reserve packs consisting of Series 1 base set moments. These will consider 1 moment number to minute out to 1,000, and 3 additional moments from 12:40 to 39:99. This release is planned for some time once the season is in full swing, and again, priced at $300 to $500. So this talks about important part of considering both the price and quantity of these packs. We want to smooth the price impact of the moments on the marketplace, because again, if you have a bunch that are now released, then they're not as scarce, meaning that the prices could drop. They want to make sure that they don't release any given moment, too much at one time. So they're vowing to not distribute more than 40 at one time, with a lot of them seeing less than 10 new moments at any one time. So again, we talked about there's 7,000 packs that they're trying to release within the next year from Series 1. And if they're doing they're saying 500, so let's say easy math. If it was 700, then of course that's 10 releases. So 500, that might bring us up to 12 or something. So, and they're going to be spaced out, but that's still pretty quickly. I mean, a lot of these, to have that many moments from Series 1 be released within this next year is pretty exciting. So a great time to be on Top Shot. If you still haven't, if you're still kind of, wading the waters and trying to figure out if this is the right time, for you to jump in, I would recommend that you get in right now. So, here's another key point, that it is possible that future drops will be priced higher or lower than 300 to 500 trade tickets as planned with the initial rollout. So it seems like it's going to vary. Release 1, maybe it's worth, they're calling for 400 trade tickets, and then the next release it's 500, and then the next release is 300, and then the next release, maybe, who knows, does it go down to 200? And then the next one does go up to 1,000. We don't really know, but I think they're just kind of leaving it open so that they can see. So these are talking about the economic impact of the trade tickets. The trade tickets are the only way to acquire them. You can't sell them. Essentially, they're not on the blockchain. They're not an NFT. They're basically just a way for you to, you pretty much have to invest it back into Top Shot, essentially. You trade it in for a trade ticket instead of selling it on the marketplace. You have to get another pack with this. So just kind of skim through here. All right, so at a hypothetical price point of 500 trade tickets and a drop size of 500 packs, the total cost of these packs would be 250,000 trade tickets, and thus 250,000 moments would leave the circulation, while 2,000 already minted Series 1 moments enter circulation for the first time. So again, they're saying these will leave circulation, so maybe they're just considering that if these go to the locker room, they're now out of circulation, but could they potentially still come back in the future? I guess so. And then this is another key. The market prices of these moments will change between now and the time of the drop, of course, because they always change every day. Lowest asking prices, there's extremely wide dispersion for the lowest asking prices for the moments within these packs. There are multiple moments minted to 1,000 that you can pick up for under $200, and we'll go into the marketplace here in a minute to look at those. And of course, LeBron James Top Shot debut moments cost more than $10,000 to buy right now, which I think is still current, or maybe right around that number. The number of trade tickets required is going to be subject to change in the future. It also says we also anticipate that we will set the price below the open market cost of the contents of an average pack. So again, average is italicized there. So these still could have negative value in these packs, not necessarily guaranteed money. Hopefully Top Shot does a very good management. Hopefully they take put a lot of thought into this and do this the right way, which I have a lot of faith that they will. That they essentially won't be given massive significant positive EV on these packs. I mean, it's great for the collectors, right? For sure. But if you have one release that has an extreme amount, and people are making basically guaranteed money, and then the next release, people go into that thinking, okay, it's guaranteed money, and then all of a sudden now, they lose money, and maybe they took a little bit of a gamble. Of course, you have to manage your own money and collection and moments wisely. And if you put a lot, you gamble a lot on one, into, like, let's say the trade ticket thing, and it doesn't work out for you, you can only really blame yourself. So it is a little bit risky, of course. I think anything with packs is risky, and I think overall you're probably gonna, I hate to say this because I don't really have enough experience maybe to back this up, but my initial impressions are, I think you're pretty much should always be expected to break even or lose on a pack. I don't, if you're trying to hit the lotto, I mean, just think about what's realistic, guys. So let's jump back into the article. The lowest asking price at the moments in the pack, our current market are heavily skewed, and thus the average lowest asking prices in the marketplace are significantly higher than the median lowest asking prices of the same content. So furthermore, as always, the price of the moment is determined by the values. It just talks about, it takes two people to tango there, of course. So acquiring trade tickets now versus in the future, which we're kind of in the future right now at the time because this article was written in the past. And this just talks about Series 3 base moments are going to have a maximum supply higher than Series 2. So they're going to be a prime target for essentially acquiring trade tickets. There's also a risk for more demand of Series 1 reserve packs than there are packs available. So some collectors may enter the queue with tickets in hand and leave without the opportunity to use them. So if you invest heavily with accumulating a lot of trade tickets and then you strike out on the pack drop because the demand is too high, well, now you're stuck with a bunch of trade tickets that you may not be able to offload right away, right? There's not maybe the highest of liquidity in these trade tickets, so you need to make sure that your cash flow is appropriate and that you manage your collection properly in case you get stuck. And let's say maybe you go into release 1 on these reserve packs and you don't have any luck, and then you wait for release 2, you don't have any luck, 3, 4, you might have to wait till the 5th release before you finally are able to offload some of these trade tickets. So be mindful of that. So and then let's finally just go to this update real quick. The Series 3 connection, when they're talking about bulk trade, because it's going to take a lot of time, right, to trade in 100 or 200 or 300 moments or 500 moments one at a time. So hopefully they're going to make it very easy to bulk trade. And then right here, the Series 3 moments of notably larger sizes with less collector score and all these different things, these are going to be the prime targets for trade-ins. So hopefully you're not trading in Series 2. If you did in the past, well, unfortunately that's just didn't really work out too well for you. So going through those articles, I know that was a lot, but so essentially my thoughts are, is it going to be worth trying to get these moments or not? So we'll jump to the marketplace and look at a couple of these values. So I have just a couple of these players. I kind of looked at the list to look at the mint values just to kind of see where we're at. So of course the highest value moments out of the 1,000 mint, any moments that were minted out to 1,000. So of course the highest values are these LeBron James moments, the highest one being 13,000, and then you see there's another one at 3,000, and then we go down to the lowest values for 1,000 roughly that I found. There's like a Gary Harris moment here for 109. So extremely wide range of moments. Now based on those articles, we have to kind of decide, do we think, are they going to have these LeBron James moments in there, or are they going to only put out certain moments? Are they going to withhold those for the promotional packs? Is it going to be totally random? And will they even release the contents of the packs like they have been doing before it is released, so you have an idea about, hey, what exactly is in these packs. That'll all kind of be still be to be determined. So then looking at some of the other moments, so here's the lowest value $39.99 moment is Terrence Ross moment, $30. So you're gonna get 3 moments of these. But then if you go up here and you look at some of the high value ones, we have a Luka that goes for $2,700. So again, will those be in there? I told you I was going to tie in, if you remember, the Derrick Ross moment. So they talked about this one specifically in the article, and I just wanted to show y'all. This is shown 1,000 edition size, that there's 0 in packs right now and 563 unavailable for purchase. So the question that I'm wondering is, so to me that says that these 563 will be in these packs, right? And they talked about that in the article, so I imagine so, but it says there's 0 in packs. So then if we go back and we look at a couple of these other moments, let's choose one, this Donovan Mitchell. This one has 0 unavailable, but it has 142 are in packs. So kind of have to ask ourselves, using this data, so like, would this moment, did they already build these packs? Are they building them at certain times? Are they building like the first release and then building the second release after that? And are they is the site being updated? Like, is it in packs? Hopefully that makes sense and you can follow along with what I'm saying. But essentially trying to determine like what is actually going to be in these packs, because I think if you had a chance, to get one of these real high value moments, then it may potentially be worth it. But and then let's just look at like, let's just look at the Terrence Ross moment. So if we look on this one, this kind of has a mix. So it has 672 hidden in packs and then 121 unavailable for purchase. So I wanted to use that Derrick Rose, the jump shot one, because it talked about that specifically in the article, but it says there's none in packs. So I don't know, could that mean that the packs just haven't been built yet for the first release? Or does that mean they still are working on building them? Or if some things are shown still hidden in packs as of right now, does that mean that those are in packs that were, from Series 1, before or thereafter somehow, and they're still basically just, someone has gotten the packs, but of course they didn't rip them, right? Because that's what some people like to do. They like to hold on to those packs. So interesting talking point. If you have any ideas, or if you have any more, especially if you have any more information that you want to share with the community, definitely let us know about that, about what your thoughts are on that. So I think another thing I wanted to say is, they're saying they're going to price these, of course, using the tickets at a lower value than what the market price is on the average. So depending on how they assemble these packs, I mean, if we're talking, you're expected to get 3 low value ones at, you see these bottom ones, 32, 35, and 45, and then, using the median, let's say we won't use a Gary Harris, but let's say we go to a Serge Ibaka moment, 340. So now you're looking at, what would that be, about $450? So what are they going to value the trade tickets at? Will they value those at $3, which seems to be the common floor price for most of the moments that were traded in? Or are they going to look at, okay, well, now we're seeing some $2 moments, in the marketplace, so we're going to value all the tickets at $2. So let's say there was an EV on the Series 1 reserve packs at $500. So if they priced it below, and then let's say that would be, maybe they wanted 400 tickets. All right. Well, what are they valuing the tickets at? Because if they valued them at $3 a ticket, at 400 tickets, that's what, $1,200. So, and then if they value them at $2 a ticket, well, then that would be, $800. So we'll kind of have to wait and see about what they're going to value those tickets as to see really if it's going to be worth it. And of course, some people, a lot of people actually on Top Shot, the vast majority will be priced out essentially of this, of these packs, because it's just going to be too many tickets. I mean, you talk about 400 tickets, that's 400 moments that you have to have. So unless you've already been building your collection for a long time, or else you're just going to sit there and constantly buy them. But it takes a while to buy one moment even. So imagine having to buy, I don't know, let's say you had a fairly large collection of 300 moments, and 100 of those are low value moments that you'd be willing to trade in. So you're able to trade them in quickly, you get 100 tickets. Well, let's say you needed 400 tickets total, so now you got to go and you got to buy 300 low value moments on the marketplace. That takes a long time to do. So unless they somehow can introduce a bulk buying feature, but I don't see that really being able to work, because there's a lot of times, especially when you're buying low value moments, that your buy doesn't go through, right? So because someone else bought that moment up at that cheap price. So it'll really be pretty interesting to see kind of what happens on this. And also, I just want to look here at the Discord. Shout out to whoever runs the Discord, the live token Discord. I don't know if it's one person or a group of people, but I think y'all do a really good job, so keep up the good work. They released this morning, talking about the trade tickets, and I guess they got some questions about how many people have these trade tickets. So if you look, currently there's only this is a list of who has the trade tickets right now. So 246 people have 50 tickets, 90 people have 100, 40 people 200, and etc. So as you can see, there's not many people with even 300 tickets. Like they talked, it would be 300 to 500. There's only 36 people right now that have those tickets. And then they also did a breakdown with people that have the low value moments in their collection as well. So only 275 collectors have either a combination of tickets or low value moments under, he used a floor of $3. So only 275 people even have that many moments. So then you add, the rest of this, that'd be 400. So that might not even, that's right at 500 people that even have 300 to 500 tickets or moments right now. So I don't know if, to be quite honest, if there's going to be a higher demand. Now, of course, we still have time. There's still going to potentially be even another drop where a lot of people are going to get more moments and things like that. But I don't even know if there will be enough people, if it really is going to be 300 to 500 tickets. I don't know if there's going to be 500 people to even get that, to get those packs. So going to be pretty interesting to see kind of how this plays out. And I just wanted to make a video on this to kind of talk about these things and hopefully give y'all a little bit more information. And I don't know if I made this more confusing, or hopefully I gave a little information to make it a little less confusing. But essentially, the only advice I could really, say is continue to build your collection whichever way you see fit. Those Series 1 moments, of course, would be great to have. Is it going to be worth your time to try and accumulate that significant number of trade tickets? I don't know, to be quite honest. If you have a very large collection and you have a lot of lower value moments, especially like from Series 3, but of course Series 3 just kind of came out. I mean, if you got 10 packs on each release, well then, how many, that'd be 9 or 30 moments each. 3 times 10, 30, so that'd be 60 moments. I mean, unless you bought, some more, and then I don't know if you already traded in a bunch of your Series 2s or whatever like that. That's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I think it's going to be hard, pretty difficult for most collectors to get to that 3 to 500, especially that 500 mark. That's going to be, I think, really tough. But even 300, I think, is going to be tough as well. So maybe this first release, we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe they'll drop the price to 200, or maybe we'll just see a bunch of collectors, buying up, stuff right now. If you really feel like you want to participate in that pack drop, maybe you can, try to hit the marketplace, try to buy you some low value moments, and start building those up, and then wait for the bulk trade-in feature to trade in all those moments, and hopefully you can get enough to qualify for the drop. So, but still a lot of value put in there. I mean, unless you were able to get all the moments at $2, let's say it was 300 tickets at $2, you managed to do it for $600. If it went up to 3, of course that's $900. And then what happens if you get some of these $30, $40 moments, and then you get, let's say, one that's $300? Well, I mean, as you can see there, 450, maybe 500. But then what happens if you get a good serial number, or what happens if you get like this Luca 2700? So I don't know. Very, very interesting to see how this is going to play out. If anybody has any other information or any points that I missed on this video, because I'm sure there's quite a few, simply leave us a comment so we can get a conversation started. I'd be interested to hear everyone else's opinions as well. So that'll wrap it up for this video. I know it's a little bit longer, but hopefully if you were interested in the trade tickets and you didn't know anything about them, or if you were just interested and had this same kind of idea going on as me, and you've been looking at these Series 1 reserve packs, then hopefully we were able to answer some of those questions. So anyways, appreciate y'all joining me on a Sunday. Hopefully we have a good start of the next week. Be sure to tune in, check out the channel tomorrow, where we'll do another daily buy. We're buying moments every single day, so if you want to stay up to date on the channel, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button. Thanks. Bye.